can you give me X number of rupees as overdraft, you go to the bank, right? I mean, one of the challenges I've seen is that the banks today don't even understand this a little bit, and the support is not there.
True. Yeah, that's very true. So banks don't understand. The thing is, we are living in a country where
someone, I think Rukshan spoke, and as a result, we kind of. Rukshan, you want to say something, man? Nope. Enosh, over to you, man.
Yeah. So I think we live in a country where even if the bank understands things like this, initiatives like this is going to be completely misused, and it's gonna become a mess. It's going to become a chaos.
Why do you say
so
that? Why do you say that? I'm interested to know. Why do you say that it'll be a mess?
Thing is the moment you start talking about how you apply, there is so many people, even recently, how you apply for these loans. There are people looking at how do we create these documents.
Yeah.
So intentions. See, I think the US has a very detailed documents on this. Again, I'm not an expert to say how good practically this is, but I at least read their plan, and it looks very solid on who can apply, what percentage they get it, and what type of funds they could apply for, and out of those, where can they use that funds, and they have something called the forgiveness. If they're using it for the salaries, that can be forgiven, but that also not immediately. They wait for the 4 weeks to run, and they monitor how you spent it, and then they have the forgiveness period as well. So I think So I read that document, and it felt thorough. I don't know how practically how they carry this there, but at least it felt thorough. The thing is, here I don't think it's to that detail. And thing is, even if you are genuinely applying, there is a lot of startups still sort of unclear of how to do that.
Okay.
Where to approach how. So even early this week, there was 2 or 3 webinars, which purely it was there. They set up the webinars to explain of how you apply, but still it was almost like trying to learn Greek.
It's like trying to learn astrology in Greek. You don't know astrology, nor do you understand Greek. So you are in a perfect place. No, I mean, the reason why I ask is, I think you and I will differ in this point of view, but we'll that's the beauty of it. So let's move on. So the last part I wanted to touch up with you is the fact that I'm definitely going to touch you about the society and what are you guys doing and how you guys want to adapt. But I want to touch upon one area before we get there. So like you are very much in touch with the big time investors of this country, right? People who are investing on startups and starting on businesses and stuff like that. So what have you seen as the reaction from their side about the situation, and how are they feeling as investors about the companies they invested or the money they want to invest, or what is their immediate reaction right now as of today?
So immediate reaction right now is just, we are only talking about the last few weeks, right? So immediate reaction is completely
2 months. Come on.
Okay, 2 months. But the thing is, I think most of us didn't realize the gravity until it hit us pretty bad. Because until that, we wait this. It's usually like how we think about aviation accidents. We always think that it can happen to someone else and it won't happen to us. So I think that's the same approach we probably took for pandemics. Even for COVID as well, because we didn't realize how serious it is. Because people were dying, even in late January, people were dying, and we were getting the numbers on news. But I don't think we took it that serious. I think because we didn't take it serious, that's why we even went soon after the initial curfew was lifted. We went in boats for shopping, and only after that, I think in a way we can look at everything in a positive and negative way. I think only because that beta shopping happened in that way, that they had to send a clear, stronger message, and now we are more aware about how we need to conduct ourselves related to this. Because if not, we would have only thought that I think the entire country would have thought that the government is just taking unreasonable measures.
Sure.
This was very true, very apparent for the previous when the communal riots were happening, when they blocked Facebook and WhatsApp. That was a real problem because we were actually coordinating with the Facebook team, and we were coordinating with a few other parties who were actually behind this, who were blocking. And we actually saw the amount of racism posts, hatred, all going through and circulating through these platforms. And it was very real reasons that it was blocked. But then again, it was also blocking business activities. So there is always, two sides to the coin. But the thing is, at that point, there was no, lots of people started, complaining after it prolonged to a certain period. There was a lot of complaints that coming out saying, the government is just taking it too serious.
At least now we are very sure that they are not taking it serious. We are very sure that they have taken it to the right level. Actually, even maybe to the right level that it is needed. So listen, so what I mean,
right now that we want the government to be serious. It's so ironic that right now we are like sort of applauding on the sidelines.
Yeah. So from what you say. So what you say is that I think you will have a much bigger assessment and an understanding of what this will mean like for investors and all that maybe in another couple of weeks time or whatever. So I'm definitely going to look you up for another session in about a month's time, mate. And I say, hey, listen, 1 month had gone. Now where are we? How with us this look like now? Type of situation. So there's a question by Aman, and the question is, what advice would you give to young entrepreneurs who is about to launch their startups just after COVID-19? Would it be a good time to do so? What are the main things to look out for? I don't know, Matt, what do you think?
I think, starting a startup just for the sake of starting up is not the reason. So if you're a person who just wants a title saying, I started a startup, maybe it's a bad time for you to do so. You just need to wait until conditions are back to at least decently normal for you to have the same amount of, not extremely variable conditions. So things back to normal so that you can, go out with your startup. Because anyway, startups has a failure rate of up to about 7 or 8. 10 companies start, about 7 or 8 fail. Right now, with extremely harsh conditions, maybe the real truth is you're bound to fail. Unless you have the real intentions of why you're starting up. So if you have the real intention, so rather than going out saying, okay, I want to start a startup after COVID, how do I do it? That's maybe the wrong question. You're asking the wrong question. You need to ask what are the opportunities that I have after COVID that I can go take it into a startup. And that will be the right intention, and you will start finding solutions yourself because nobody has answers.
Yeah, so Aman has extended the question and said, what do you think about home gardening startup?
So it's interesting. I think this was something I read recently. Post World War II, the US 40% of the US groceries came out of 20 million households. Very interesting. So probably we are looking at same amount of intensity post-COVID worldwide now. So yes, I think anything to do with gardening, groceries, fruits, I think those are good. I mean, you need to think about startups around these lines.
Good. So, man, I think we spent about good 35 minutes discussing the startup and all that, which is your home. I mean, if forgive me for, I don't know, I hope it's okay to say that, it's like your kind of a everyday battlefield and where you kind of live and breathe on a daily basis. So I wanted to just talk a little bit about, about the society and maybe talk about what you think is from a society part of it as people. How do you think, are we coping up with this really well? How do you think about Sri Lanka? Are we resilient as we say we are? Or I know we are very happy-go-lucky for sure, but are we resilient enough? Where do you see the light at the end of the tunnel? Or I mean, I think from discussing with you, I think you are very optimistic. You are still seeing too early, whereas I feel that I'm living like probably 2 months into it, like fuck all, what the fuck is going on type of situation.
I age, Rohan.
No, man. Now you crossed the line, bro. Do you wanna take this outside? Do you wanna step outside with me?
I have a lot more to live, and I have to be optimistic. I have no